starting to bubble up over in Europe as, of course, we start to see the introduction of the Europa League. Who's going to go through to the next stage? But who's going to pack their bags? We'll take a look at that and more next. Right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. Today we're looking forward to the Europa League. What the heck is it? It's the third qualifying round in the 2021-2022 campaign, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where you been, boys? Smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date. All things Europa League related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related, we're going to know here under one Rooski. That's right, of course. The Conference League has already started, qualifying campaign, and we'll get to those once it starts to narrow down a little bit. But of course, the Europa League, first bits of business right around the corner, of course, and we're going to take a look at that in just a second. Of course, big shout out to the VIPs. They are the Patreons. Thank you for your love on the channel. And of course, if you're interested in supporting the channel in a way, check out those links down below. So here we go. Of course, we're going to have a little look at it. First look at it. Again, no predictioning just yet until we get to the group stages. But we're going to take a little look at the qualifying campaign. There's only a few matches. Some big names in there, but of course, some minnows still. But let's take a look at when the bigger boys will get into the competition before we get into it. So we're down here. We're down right here with the likes of St. Johnstone, Rapid Vienna, Slovan Bratislava, Neftçi PFK as well. These are some of the teams that have tumbled down from the old Champions League, and of course the likes of St. Johnstone as well, from Scotland as well, and Famagusta as well. They're all in there. Of course, after this stage we go to the playoff, and we see the likes of Antwerp, Sturm Graz, of course, AZ Alkmaar from, of course, the Dutch leagues, and then of course the group stages with the likes of the bigger boys. We're talking about West Ham, Leicester City, Napoli, Sociedad, Lyon as well. Some of the big favourites probably for the trophy as well. And then of course later on we'll have the teams that crashed out of the Champions League into this because of this new structure that we got going on over in the Europa League. When will they take place? Of course, so of the first round of matches will take place of course in a couple of days time on the 5th, which will be this Thursday, and the second legs will be a week's time from then, the 12th, and then we get to the playoffs, and then we get to the nitty gritty, of course, the old group stages. That's the state of play. Of course, the groups have been narrowed down to groups of 4, is that right? So yeah, interesting stuff over in Europa League as we finally take shape, to look forward to that. But anyway, that's all that. Let's take a look at the first round of matches then, shall we? Of course, get our first round of picks. Here we go. Starting all off with Neftçi PFK coming out of Azerbaijan against HJK Helsinki, who unfortunately crashed out the last time around. Now, have these two sides played each other? We're going to have a little look at it now, are we? They have never played each other, but of course come into this, of course, both from the Champions League, tumble down into the nether regions. Of course, HJK's season is well underway. They're actually match number 17. They come to this on the back of a draw against Celtic over in Finland. Of course, they did lose to Malmo on aggregate. Of course, it was a 4-3 loss on total as they go through or they tumble into this tournament. As for Neftçi PFK, of course, they will be the hosts in the first leg. Of course, their season has yet to get started, I don't think, over in Azerbaijan, but they come into this losing to Olympiacos on a 2-legged affair. Of course, they lost 2-0 on aggregate heading into this one. The bookies' odds on this one, though, this one's actually taking place on Tuesday, so you got to get your picks in if you want to have a bit of fun on this one. We've got 5-4 for Neftçi PFK, 9-4 is your away win, and 9-4 is the draw on this one. For me, going to go with HJK Helsinki on this one to take the 2-0 lead, which of course will give them an upper hand into the second leg, as of course, which will be a week away from today or then. Next, of course, Kairat Almaty up against Alashkert, of course. Kairat coming out of Kazakhstan, Alashkert coming out of Armenia. That's right, again, taking place on the 5th of August. That is this Thursday. Let's take a look at them. They played each other twice since 2015. Of course, those back in the Europa League qualifying campaigns back in 2015. Of course, last time played each other in Kazakhstan was a 3-0 win for Kairat, of course. But of course, they lost the second leg, but ultimately they went through last time around. Of course, heading into this, of course, Alashkert have actually started their domestic league. They lost on opening day up against Armenia. As for Kairat, they've also started their domestic league up to match number 4 for them. And as I can have a quick look at this, not the fantastic start they were hoping. Actually, I think they've lost the last 3 heading into this. Actually, just 1 win in the past 4 games across all competitions for Kairat out of Kazakhstan. Of course, the bookies odds on this one 9-4 on is your Kairat. They are favourite. 16-5 is your draw, 6-1 is your long shots. That's Alashkert on this one. Going to go with a draw on this one. I don't know too much about these two sides, so I'm going to play it safe on this one. Can Celtic bounce back though up against Jablonec? Not the fantastic start they were hoping. Of course, after losing on opening day, they never played each other. Of course, these two sides, but of course, Jablonec domestic season over in, where are they from? Then they're from from Czech Republic. Of course, their domestic season has started, and it's not been a great start for them either, or one lost one. But of course, they're coming through from the Champions League, losing Dynamo Moscow, was it? What was it? Am I looking at that right? Sparta Prague B. I don't know. There must have been a friendly. Scrap that. They've come through normally. As for Celtic, they have crashed through from the old Champions League qualifying. They played Midtjylland and lost the second leg 2-1 on extra time. Of course, they also started off their domestic campaign with a loss against Hearts as well. So not the greatest start, but 11-4 is your Jablonec, 11-10 on is your Celtic, and 30-5 is your draw on this one. I do think Celtic will come through on top both legs on this one. 2-0 win for me, and hopefully for them they get something positive, because a new manager, not great start of the Champions League, not the great start of the domestic league, probably already on his back, taking a big gamble on this Alashkert fella from Australia. So he needs to start to get the results, and quick, before the fans turn against him already. Next, of course, Omonia and Nikosia coming out of Cyprus up against FC Flora coming out of, where are they from? Estonia, that's right. Of course, let's take a look at the situation for these two sides. They've never played each other, of course, heading into this. But Nikosia, of course, started, of course, with the Champions League loss. They lost to Dynamo Zagreb, coming through 3-0 on aggregate into this. Zagreb go through. As for, of course, their opponents, Flora Tallinn, their domestic league is up and running. Of course, they're up to match number 5. They're coming into this on the back of a 0-0 draw, which, of course, was just on the 31st of July. They also came crashing through after losing to Legia Warsaw. Look at the bookies odds on this one. We have 5-2 on is your Nikosia, 10-3 is your draw, 30-2 is your Flora Tallinn on this one. First leg's going to go with the Cypriots on this one, 2-0 win to give themselves a big old boost, and maybe have a chance to get through to the next stages. Next, of course, we have Lincoln Red Imps up against Slovan Bratislava, coming out of where are they coming out of? They're coming out of Slovakia, that's right. Of course, these two sides have they've never played each other, of course, but Gibraltar's coming into this on the back of that 4-1 loss, aggregate loss against CFR Cluj. Of course, they've been chipping away at the old qualifying campaign, starting with Fola Esch Luxembourg, and they came through on that 7-2 before. Of course, the Gibraltar season is up and running. Of course, it's a bit of a weird one. They're actually matching number 10 right now, I believe. A 3-0 win over Lions was the last game. That was back in May, though, so I'm not too sure if it's a bit weird. I'm not too sure. I'm not big up on Gibraltar football. As for Slovan Bratislava, of course, the domestic season has started for them, and they've opened up with a fantastic start. 2 wins out of 2, beating Trechin last time around, again on the 31st of July. Look at the bookies odds on this one. We have 6-1 is your Lincoln Red Imps, 5-2 on is your Slovan Bratislava, and 7-2 is your draw. Going to go with a draw for me. I just think Lincoln Red Imps will put it all on the line, because they want to go as far as they can in this one, and any result other than a defeat will be a massive boost. So I'm going to go with a draw at home, but ultimately I think Slovan Bratislava will go through in the end. Next, I've got NS Mura taking on FK Žalgiris. That's right. Of course, MS Mura coming out of where are they? Slovenia. As for Žalgiris, they're coming out of Lithuania on the 5th of August. This bad boy. Of course, everyone's favourite game, this one, I'm sure. Quick look at the odd. They don't play each other, of course, heading into this, but what are we looking at here? We're looking at Mura. Of course, the domestic season has started over there, and of course, they have not started very, very well, losing or not winning out of their first 3 matches. As for Žalgiris, they've not started. Well, they just started. They have just started the domestic league, and of course, the last match was just back in July, it looks like. It was a 0-0 draw against Riteal. I'm not too sure anyway. But of course, look at the bookies odds. 11-8 on is your Mura, 13-5 is your draw, 7-2 is your Žalgiris on this one. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for the home team to, of course, put themselves one step closer to, of course, the next stage. Next, I've got a little big boy, and of course, an opportunity for St Johnstone to get on the road after Turkey. Of course, they don't play each other. Of course, St Johnstone, of course, double winners over in Scotland last round. Of course, heading into this, Galatasaray 67% form, back-to-back defeats. Of course, losing to Eindhoven on both legs. The Turkish league yet to get going. As for the Scottish League, though, St Johnstone did start their season on the weekend. Of course, they only came out with a draw against Ross County in the end. Prior to that, of course, a lot of friendlies for them, so big opportunity for St Johnstone, but I don't fancy the chances. 10-3 on is your Galatasaray, 4-1 is your draw, 8-1 is your long shots. That is St Johnstone on this. Cannot see anything but a stone cold home win on this one. Galatasaray 3-0 win. Unfortunately, I expect St Johnstone to tumble through into the Conference League later on. Next, of course, Rapid Vienna, or should we say lastly, Rapid Vienna up against Anorthosis Famagusta, coming out of Cyprus, I believe. Vienna coming out of Austria. They played each other twice in 2008. 3-0 win was the biggest win for Famagusta. Meanwhile, 3-1 win was the biggest win for Rapid Vienna. Of course, heading into this, those matches were back in 2008 Champions League qualifying campaign, and ultimately Ultimately, Famagusta came through on aggregate on that one with a 4-3 aggregate win. Of course, Rapid Vienna have started the domestic campaign and have started with no wins. 2 wins, 2 games, 2 defeats. So, scrap that. 2 games, no wins. The picked up a draw last round. Of course, heading into this though, Famagusta also have played in the domestic league. It is deep into the season already, up to match number 10, I think. So we'll see about that. What's this? Scottish Super Cup. They did beat Omonia Nikosia. That was on the 13th of July. So, yeah, we'll take that from what you will. 50-8 on is your Rapid Vienna, 65 is your draw, 92 is your away win. That is Famagusta on this one. Going to go with the hosts on this one, Rapid Vienna, with upper hand. For me, that's my thoughts, of course, the Europa League as we start to kick into top gear for this one. Make sure you get your picks, and of course, no prediction league just yet, but it's just around the corner, guys. So make sure you give the video some love, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. I'll see you soon for the next one, whenever that may be. Make sure to check out the links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course, Patreon as well. Until then, I'll see you soon. Smash your thumbs up, and I'll see you soon later. Ciao, ciao, ciao.